Welcome to Garg Institute, and this is our last video of the series hypothesis testing. And today we will discuss the topic of chi-square test for good attributes. Last time we have discussed chi-square test for goodness of fit. Now today we will discuss attributes, and the first thing is what is attributes. Then by the definition of attributes, these are quality and characteristics. And theory of attributes deals with the qualitative analytical calculations, characteristics, or you can say, which are not quantitatively measurable. Therefore, we have just we are dealing with the qualities, you can say. Now, let us consider how to check that chi-square test for goodness of fit for attributes. Now, let us assume we have two attributes A and B, and we have A has M characteristics and B has N characteristics. Okay, then what we have, we can say that this probability will be A1 B1, A2 B1, and I have here AM B1. Similarly, here will be A1 B2, A2 B2, AM B2. Now here I have A1 Bn, A2 Bn, and Am Bn. The sum of this row will be B1, sum of this row will be B2, and sum of this row will be Bn. Similarly, sum of this column will be A1, A2, and the columns again Am, and the grand sum is N. Okay. As per null hypothesis, we are testing that these attributes A and B are independent from each other. Then we have to check first of all what the steps are. In the last video we have discussed, we are given with these values. We say that these are calculated value or a practical values, and we want to check out the theoretical values. To find out theoretical values, then we have to find out under the null hypothesis that the attribute A and attribute B are independent from each other. So first of all, we will find out, if I find out the probability of AI, you all know it will be AI by N, and probability of Bj will be Bj by N. Since A and B are independent from each other, then probability of AI Bj will be AI by N into Bj by N. Okay. Then again, we want to find out, we are not interested in probability anymore, and we are interested in finding the numbers. And for the getting numbers, we have to multiply the probability with the grand total. Then the numbers will be N P AI P Bj will be AI cross Bj by N. So this is the formula for finding the expected values. Now look at this. If I want to find out A2 B2, it means I have to multiply A2 into B2 divided by N. सिंपली हम क्या बोल सकते हैं कि यदि हमें इसकी एक्सपेक्टेड फ्रीक्वेंसीज निकालनी है तो हमें क्या करना है, हमें जिस भी एलिमेंट की एक्सपेक्टेड फ्रीक्वेंसी निकालनी है उस कॉलम का टोटल और उसके कॉरस्पॉन्डिंग उसकी रो के टोटल को मल्टीप्लाई करना है और उसे ग्रैंड टोटल से डिवाइड कर देना है. ओके, तो इससे हमारा क्या निकल जाएगा, इससे हमारी एक्सपेक्टेड फ्रीक्वेंसी निकल जाएंगी. और एक बार एक्सपेक्टेड फ्रीक्वेंसी निकली, देन द chi-square टेस्ट विल बी OI minus EI divided by EI whole square. Now the next thing is degree of freedom. You all know the total number of values are Mn. Then we have M column totals, N rows totals, and 1 a grand total. This will actually, these two values can be calculated from this one only, since N is fixed. Therefore, the constants are minus M minus N plus 1. Okay, then degree of freedom will be M common Okay, now the degree of freedom in this case will be m minus 1 and minus 1. Okay, when we are given contingency table, we have to find out whether the two attributes A and B are independent from each other. Then what we do, we will find out the expected frequencies, and expected frequencies are calculated by AI. If I want to find out number of AI and BJ cell, then multiply it with AI total, that is column total, corresponding row total divided by total number of values. This formula will provide me the expected values. Then chi-square is given by OI minus AI whole square divided by AI summation. And the formula is same as it was in last lecture. And the degree of freedom will be m minus 1 and minus 1. Now we will deal with some numerical problems. Two sample pools of votes for two candidates A and B for the public office are taken, one from among the residents of rural area, and results are given in the adjoining table. Examine whether the nature of the area is related to voting preference in the election. These are the table, and this table provides us there are two candidates A and B, and there are two kind of area, rural and urban. And what the null hypothesis is? Null hypothesis is nature of area is independent in election. Okay, so just try to understand one thing, that he just want to check that the nature of the area, that is it is either rural or urban, and the candidate they are independent from each other. हिंदी में वो ये कहना चाहता है कि वो जो दोनों प्रेफरेंस एरियाज हैं आपके, जो ये चारों फिगर्स हैं, ये आपस में इंडिपेंडेंट है, इनका आपस में कोई लिंक नहीं है. मतलब रूरल आदमी ए को वोट देगा या रूरल बी को वोट देगा, तो ए की वोट्स में जो परसेंटेज है रूरल और अर्बन का, और बी के अंदर रूरल और अर्बन का, या फिर रूरल के एरिया के अंदर ए की वोटिंग परसेंटेज और बी की वोटिंग परसेंटेज में बहुत ज़्यादा डिफरेंस नहीं है. Therefore, the null hypothesis will be nature of the area is independent in the election, and now we will check we have to find out the expected frequency. Now the expected frequency will be, you just write out A1 B1. A1 B1 will be this cell, okay, that is rural area and votes for A. That is, in the rural area, how many votes candidate A will get if they are independent. I have told you that figure will be this into this divided by total votes. Okay, it means this will be 5, 8, 5. Okay, yes or no? Then जस्ट ट्राई टू अंडरस्टैंड वन थिंग. मैंने पिछली बार भी बोला था कि आपको जो भी वैल्यू आपको चाहिए, उस वैल्यू को निकालने के लिए आपने क्या करना है, आपने उसके सामने उसकी रो का टोटल लेना है और उसके मल्टीप्लाई करना है उसके कॉलम के टोटल से, और डिवाइड करना है आपने टोटल से. इस तरीके से आप अपनी सारी वैल्यूज़ को निकाल सकते हो. हालांकि इस टेबल में हमें कोई और ज़रूरत नहीं है. जब ये वैल्यू निकल गई तो बाकी ऑटोमेटिकली निकल जाएंगी. क्यों? क्योंकि कॉलम के टोटल फिक्स हैं और रो के टोटल फिक्स हैं. बिकॉज तो अब यहाँ पे क्या होगा, A2B1 is equal to 1170 minus 585. If I got it, then it comes out to be 585 again. Then A2B1 is 1000 minus 620. That is 620. Sorry, 585. It will be 415, and also A2B2 is 830 minus 415. It will be 415. You can also find these values as I have just subtracted it. It will be also equal to, as expected earlier, 550 into 1170 into 1000 divided by 2000, as from the definition I have earlier discussed. Therefore, these are expected values. Now the chi-square will be OI observed are how many? 620, 550, 380 and 450, and expected are 585, 585, 415 and 415. Then I have OI minus EI square upon EI. In mind I will have it from the table only, and these values are 620 minus 585 whole square divided by 585, 550 minus 585 whole square by 585, 380 minus 415 whole square divided by 415, and here also 450 minus 415 whole square divided by 415. After calculating it, and it comes out to be 10.089. Okay, now the degree of freedom I have already discussed. M minus 1, N minus 1 means 2 minus 1. Agreed. Now at 1% level of the significance, I have discussed how to check the chi-square table in the last lecture, and you can see from that. And if I see it at 1% level of significance and 5% level of significance, then the degree of freedom is answer is 3.8. Chi-square calculated is 3.8 and chi-square tabulated is 10.089. Thus we say the chi-square calculated is less than chi-square tabulated, hence the nature of the area is not independent in the election, and thus null hypothesis is rejected. Now we will move on to the second question. A random sample of students of XYZ university was selected and asked their opinion about autonomous colleges. The results are given below. The results are given the same number of sex was included for each group, that is male and females were equal in numbers. Test the hypothesis at 5% level that the opinion are independent of the class groupings. That is, we want to check that the class groupings are independent for favoring and non-favoring. In short, you just want to ask that these are independent. मेन बात ये है भैया कि इसके अंदर हमें ये बताना है कि ये जो चारों क्लासेस हैं, इस चार क्लासेस के अंदर इस बात का कोई मतलब नहीं है कि सेम रेशियो में फेवरिंग वाले स्टूडेंट्स, चाहे वो फर्स्ट ईयर है या सेकेंड ईयर है या थर्ड ईयर है, और सेम रेशियो में अपोजिशन वाले स्टूडेंट्स हैं. ओके, तो नाउ वी विल डिस्कस सम क्वेश्चंस, सम सॉल्यूशंस. नाउ आंसर्स विल बी, first of all, null hypothesis. Null hypothesis is generally given in the question, and the question is, okay, so null hypothesis will be set in the question only, and you just check the question and you can write it there. Opinions are independent of the class grouping. Now the expected frequencies. Expected frequencies will be, here first value will be 200 into 400 divided by 600. Next 200 into 400 divided by 600. Third will be 100 into 400 divided by 600. Similarly, last will be 100 into 400 divided by 600. जैसे मैंने आपको पहले बोला था कि कोई भी एक्सपेक्टेड फ्रीक्वेंसी कैसे निकलेगी, मान लो मुझे जिसका भी निकालना है, इसका निकालना है मुझे, तो उसकी रो का टोटल कितना है इसका 200, और इसके कॉलम का टोटल कितना है इसका 400. इन दोनों का आपने प्रोडक्ट करना है, टोटल नंबर से आपने डिवाइड करना है. फ्रीक्वेंसी आपकी चाहे कोई भी हो. नाउ कम ऑन टू दिस लाइन. नाउ 200 into 200 by 600, 200 into 200 by 600, and next I have 100 into 200 divided by 600, and last will be 100 into 200 divided by 600. After calculations, it comes out to be 133.33. It will be 66.67. these are the expected frequencies we want to find out. Now the next thing is to apply chi-square test, and chi-square test for we need OI, EI, OI minus EI whole square divided by EI. Agreed? Now the OIs are 120, 130, 70, 80, 80, 70, 30, 20, and the expected are 133.33, 133.33, 66.67, 66.67, 66.67, 66.67, 33.33 and 33.33. After calculations, I get the values are 1.3327, and this value will be 0.0832, 0.1663, 2.6652. Next I have 2.6652. Next 0.163, and then we have 0.3327, 5.3312, and the total is 12.7428. Okay, so after this calculation, the next thing is degree of freedom. Degree of freedom कितनी होती है भाई? Degree of freedom होती है number of rows minus 1, that is 4 minus 1, column minus 1, that is 3. Now chi-square at 3 degree of freedom, 5% level of significance. When I see the table, answer is chi-square 5% कितने डिग्री ऑफ फ्रीडम पे? 3 डिग्री ऑफ फ्रीडम पे. कितना आ रहा है? एक टेबल में आप चेक कर सकते हैं, ये आएगा आपका 7.815. ओके, नाउ यू कैन सी दैट कैलकुलेटेड इज ग्रेटर देन टेबुलेटेड. जब कैलकुलेटेड टेबुलेटेड से ज़्यादा होती है तो क्या करते हैं हम नल हाइपोथेसिस को रिजेक्ट कर देते हैं. Okay, so null hypothesis is rejected at 5% level of significance. Hence, we say that class-wise the opinion is different in case of the setup of universities. Now we will move on to the last question of this topic. Two researchers adopted different sampling techniques while investigating the same group of students to find the number of students falling in different intelligence level. The researcher X and Y, they have 4 categories: below average, average, above average, and genius. So at 5% level of significance, we want to check that both the techniques are same and there are not much difference in it. Now we want to check that both the X and Y are similar to nature, and the basic question is to find the expected frequency and chi-square test. We have to use chi-square test since it is attributes. Probabilities and both the sampling techniques are same. Now what ये बोलना क्या चाह रहा है? ये बोलना ये चाह रहा है कि अपने पास 2 इंडिविजुअल्स थे, दोनों ने 2 सेम ग्रुप के ऊपर एक एक्सपेरिमेंट अपने कंडक्ट किए, सैम्पलिंग टेक्निक्स अलग अलग यूज़ की, और दोनों का यूज़ करने के बाद जो डाटा आया वो ये आया. और हमें पता क्या करना है? हमें पता ये करना है कि दोनों की दोनों जो सैम्पलिंग टेक्निक्स हैं वो दोनों की दोनों सैम्पलिंग टेक्निक्स एक्स की और सैम्पलिंग टेक्निक वाई की दोनों सेम है. इसका मतलब ये हुआ कि हमें ये जस्ट इतना ही चेक करना है. इसका क्वेश्चन किस चीज़ का है? क्वेश्चन एट्रीब्यूट्स का है, और एट्रीब्यूट वाला फॉर्मूला इस पर लगाना पड़ेगा. तो सबसे पहले जब इसमें बात करें डिग्री ऑफ फ्रीडम की, तो डिग्री ऑफ फ्रीडम इज रो नंबर minus column numbers, that is m minus 1 n minus 1, and it will be 3. Therefore we have to find out the 3 values only, and basing upon these 3 values we can find the all 8 ones. Now expected value of 86 will be the row total is your 200 into column total, it is your 126 divided by total values, it will be your 84. Next, if we move on, then we can find the expected value of 60. 60 row total is 200, column total is 93, and the total values are 300, and it comes out to be 62, whereas expected value of 44 is row total into column total divided by grand total. It is 46. Now we can make table of it, and 86 XY below average, average, above average, and genius. These figures 84, 62, and then we have 46, and the totals are as 200, 100, 126, 93, 69, and 12. Therefore, this value will be 42 because the column total is 126, and this value will be 31 because the column total is 93. Then we have 23, 6, 6, 12, and this will be 8 only, and this value will be 4. Okay, and these are the expected frequencies we can find from the given table. 3 may be calculated from the formula, and the 8 remaining 5 also you can calculate from the formula. But now we have to apply the chi-square test, and I will have to remove it out of the board first of all. Now chi-square table says OI for X are 86, 60, 44, and 10. OI for Y's are 40, 33, 25, and 2. EI will be now the problem is that in the chi-square test we can't have expected frequency less than 5. Therefore, we have to combine it. That is, combine these two values. मैंने पिछले अपनी वीडियो में आपको बताया था कि chi-square टेस्ट तब तक एप्लीकेबल नहीं होता है जब तक आपकी जो मिनिमम फ्रीक्वेंसी है एक पर्टिकुलर सेल की एक्सपेक्टेड फ्रीक्वेंसी वो 5 या 5 से ज़्यादा होनी चाहिए, और यदि ये 5 से कम है तो आपको इनको क्लब करके सेल फ्रीक्वेंसी को 5 से ऊपर बनाना पड़ेगा. Therefore, we have to club these frequencies, and the last column is OI minus EI square upon EI, and after calculation we get the values 0.048, 0.064, 0.087, 0.500, then we have 0.095, 0.129, and here we have 0 only, and the total is 0.923. Thus, we can say that the calculated value for chi-square is 0.923. Now the degree of freedom will be, degree of freedom was 4 minus 1, 2 minus 1, minus 1. Since minus 1, why? Because we have pulled one frequency. So just because of pulling, we get degree of freedom 2. Now chi-square at 5% level of significance and 2 degree of freedom is, you can see from the table, it is 5.911. Hence, we can say that the calculated value, that is 0.923, is less than the tabulated value. Therefore, we accept the null hypothesis that both the sampling techniques are same, and thus we reject the alternative hypothesis that there is a difference in it. Now we will provide you some 3 to 4 questions in the exercise, and this is our last video.